Okay. Are you still able to hear me? Let's see, share my screen.
Yes, ma'am, I can still hear you.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna continue with this. And are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can you read there for 2.1 for Sianda?
Okay, let me just zoom. Okay. Sianda Secondary School wants to hire a bus to transport learners to a sport event. The 200 the school sports organizer received two quotations from different 50 per learner. Company B charges 40 rand per kilometer. And the school governor body SGB offered to give the learners an amount of 606,450 for food.
So this says Sianda Secondary School wants to hire a bus to transport learners to a sport event, right? The total distance their return trip is 200 kilometers. The school's sports organizer rather received two quotations from different companies. We have company A that charges 150 per learner, right? 150 per learner. And then company B charges 40 rands per kilometer, meaning that the company B charges per kilometers and then company A charges per learner, right? They say the school governing body, which is the SGB of the school, uh, gosh, offered to give the learners an amount of 6,450 for food, and this was adapted from www.bing.com. Use the information above to answer the question that's follow. So when you see something like this in a call, they're giving you company A, they're giving you company's A ratings, and they also give you company B and company B's rating. In your head, what do you think when you see the two? Before you can go to the questions, what do you think the questions to expect when you're just reading the information?
To find which company they're going to use to organize their sports
But when
event.
you see two, when you see two, and that offer the same services but different charges, they will probably or most definitely ask you which one is better, which one can they consider, right? So now
Yes, ma'am.
let's go to the question. It says, write the amount the governing body will give for food in words. So they want you to write 6,450 rands in words. What are you going to write?
Uh, you're gonna write six in words, uh, which is SIX, and then thousand, which is THOUSAND, and 400 is FOURHUNDRED, and 50, which is AND and FIFTY, which is 6,450.
You say which is?
Ma'am, I spelled out, I was spelling out the word.
Yes, I want you to call it.
Oh, to recall. Okay. For 6,000, I said
No,
SIXT.
don't spell it. I want you to call it. How do you call it? Call
Oh,
how you wrote it. Yeah?
6,450.
6,000 or
400.
6,000.
6,450.
Okay. Rent, right?
And 2.2 says construct the cost formula for company A,
Okay.
meaning
Meaning,
we're gonna use if we're gonna use 150
mm.
with
So with formula, we just want you to like give them like a general formula that they can use for these costs. So what you're gonna do,
mm,
you can company A say you can say company A. Okay, let me write it because I think so. You can say you have. Oh no, we have the formula will be company A is equal to how much are they paying? 150 per learner is equal to 150 multiplied by number of learners. Ne? Number of learners. So now you can just try to change this number of learners and choose any letter of your choice, right? And then you can say now is equal to which letter can we use as our number of learners? Hmm?
C.
C, right? So we can say the formula will now be company A, or maybe let's say, yes, company A, or let's say A is equal to 150C. So this C here, you have to make a note that C represents the number of learners. So your formula is going to be A is equal to 150C. Do you get it? A being the company A. Do you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you sure you do?
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to.
Okay, now let's try to extend. Oh no, let's not do that. Okay, cool. Let's go to B. B says below is the table that shows the cost of the bus per learner when using company A. Table 1, cost of company A bus. Number of children is equal to 10, and the cost of bus is equal to 1,500 rands. And then when the numbers of children are 20, the cost is 3,000. When the number of children is A, then the cost is going to be 3,750. When the learners are 30, it will cost B rent. When the learners are um, C in total, the cost will be 9,000. So the first question says calculate the values of A, B, and C. What do you think we're going to do here? First thing that I
Um,
need to do,
I
we
think we're gonna.
we made a formula, so you can try to use the formula and check if they are correct, right? Do you remember the formula?
Yes, ma'am.
Did we say is the formula?
We said this one look.
You said what? Inako. Inako, you still there?
I was saying, ma'am, that I think in 2.2.1 we are looking for we have to calculate the values of A and B and C.
Inako, what did you say?
I was saying, ma'am, that we have to look for the values of A and B and C for the first question.
You said for the first question? What do you,
Yes,
no, that was not the question. The question was, what was that we, uh, Company A, the cost formula for Company A? What was the answer? What was our final answer?
or it was 150C times the number of learners.
150 C.
C times the number of learners.
C represented the number of learners, not 150 C multiplied by number of learners. So we said we are replacing the number of learners with C. So that means our
Let's see.
formula is going to be 150C, which is by number of children. That's why we replaced it with C, because number of children is long and we just want to shorten the formula. You get it? So what you're going to do now is to deal with the number of learners on your calculator. So you're going to punch on your calculator, say 100 multiplied by the number of children. So try to check if the first one, when the learners are 10, the cost is indeed 1,500 rand. So you're going to say 150 multiplied by 10. If that doesn't give you 1,500, then we are absolutely wrong. Get it?
Yes, ma'am. 150 times 10 gives us 1,500.
Yes. And now with a 20.
With 20, we can say 150 times 20 gives you 3,000.
3,000. So that means the formula that we made is absolutely correct because it's in line with the cost that they've given. So what you're going to do is to try and find a way in which we're going to get the value of A, B, and C. How do you think we're going to get the value of B, the amount in rands?
For B, ma'am. Or which is it, A or B, ma'am?
You can start with whatever. It's okay.
For A, I think we divide. Why we're gonna say 150 divide by 3,750.
And how much do we get?
I think gives me decimals, which is wrong. Do something else. So let me try.
Okay.
Oh yes. Okay, ma'am, I got it. We're supposed to say 3,000 for A is 3,750 divided by 150 gives me 25. So it's going to be 25 children for A. So we're going to say 3,750 divided by 150 gives us 25, which is we're looking for children. So we can say 25 children.
So this is the formula. We have 3,750 is equal to 150. We're going to divide both sides with 150 so we can get rid of the 150 that you're seeing there, because we want to know the value of C, which is the number of children. So this is how you do it. 3,750
Yes,
divided by 50, which is 25. How are you going to get the value of B?
I'm going to say 150 times, which is times 30, gives us 400. Wait, the formula is 150C times, oh no, it's going to be 150 times 30, which gives you 4,500.
Gives you
And
4,500.
yes, ma'am.
Perfect. That's
And
awesome.
then for C, we're gonna say 9. We're gonna say 9,000
Mm.
divided by 150.
Now, cool.
9,000 gives us 60,
Perfect.
which is 60 children.
With that, and you're correct. And if you want to check if your answer is correct, you can only say 150 multiplied by 60. If it doesn't give you the
Mm.
9,000.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's look at 2.8 that the cost of 20 learners in company A would be the same as the cost of 75 kilometers in company B. Verify using the calculations if the learner's statement is valid. One learner stated that the cost of 20 learners, which is what? 3,000,
Mm.
is equal to the company B's expense or cost of 75. Remember, for company B, they said for 1 kilometer, they're going to be charging 40 cents. So this is how you're going to do it. You're going to take the 75 multiplied by 40 rand. So we're taking 75, 75 kilometers multiplied by 40 rand. And then you're going to get the amount that you're supposed
3,000.
to pay. How much?
3,000, ma'am.
3,000. So that means this learner is correct because for company A, the cost of 20 learners is 3. Company B, when they're traveling for 75 kilometers, is going to be 3,000 also. So this is valid. The learner statement is valid. Remember when you're answering this type of questions where it needs
Yes,
you
ma'am.
to like have like a you have you have to state if it's valid or not. Answer if it is, whether it's correct or not, you're not going to get the full marks. But if you end with a statement, a concluding statement which says whether you are agreeing or disagreeing, verifying the statement or disverifying, if that's a word. Yes, that's it. And do you have any questions so far? Or are we still good?
No questions, ma'am.
Questions. That is good. And then let's look at 2.2.3. They say write the ratio of bus. No, write the ratio of company A's number of children to the cost of the bus for children. For 10 children in its simplest form. So they want you to write what? To write the ratio of the company A's number of learners toward to the 10 children, the cost of 10 children in the simplest form. How do you think we're going to do this?
We're gonna start with company A, which is 25 children, and then we're gonna
25?
say 25 to 10.
Where do you get the 25? Sorry.
Ma'am, isn't it A is 25?
A is 25.
Yes, ma'am. It says, oh, for companies of, yeah, okay. I see. I was mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, it's gonna be, it's saying write down the cost of 10 children. Ma'am, but it has 10, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying it says it has 10. The table shown is for the cost of company A, right? So it's gonna be 10. They're asking for 10 children in simplest form.
10 what?
I think 25.
Where do you see the 25? Where is the 25 coming from?
It's asking A. It's company A, ne?
Mm.
Company A. Because we shown company, which it also says that the cost, so it's supposed to be, I say it's 25 because it's A, and then for
Where
bus,
where do you see A?
A is next to the 20. Because isn't it A we found the value of A, which is 25?
So the question is saying, or the instruction is saying company A, not A, company A. They say write the ratio of company A's number of children. So that means your ratio is going to be number of children, number of, it's number U of children to what? To,
Oh,
to cost, to cost.
so it's the
So that
cost
means
and the number of children.
it's number of children and number of children to cost. So you could write the number of children and the cost when the learners are 10 for company A. Right, so you're gonna go to the table and you have company 10 when the learners are 10, and the amount is going to be 1,500 rands. 1,500 rands. See, because it's the cost of what? Cost of the bus when learners are 10. So it's 10 is to 1,500. And then in simplest form, this zero will cancel that one. So we're going to have 1 to 150. Yayiva ke ngoku.
Never, ma'am.
Yeah, so this is how you do it. So you focus on the role that you have been. Yeah. So do you get it, or do you want us to do it again?
Ma'am, I do get it now.
Okay, cool. Now let's look at the last question. Um, is it fine? They say show by calculations which company will be the best or the cheapest in school if the school trip will have 60 children. So that means now we're going to calculate when the learners are 60 for both company A and company B. Ne? Inako?
Yes, ma'am.
So,
For company A, I was gonna say 150 times 60.
mm-hmm.
So
um,
they said 150, no? Times 60, which gives me 60 gives me 9,000
mm,
in all. So it's 9,000. And then I'm gonna say company
mm-hmm.
company B. I'm gonna say 40
Mm,
times 60. No? 40 times 60,
mm.
which gives me 2,400. So I would say B is the cheapest.
Which gives you? What does it give you?
Company B. I said
What did
company A. I said company A is 150 times 60, which gives me 9,000.
mm-hmm. Yes.
And then I said for company B, I said 40 times 60, which gives me 2,400.
Mm. Well,
So in
you
my
didn't really
opinion,
have to
company, ma'am?
hold. I'm saying you didn't really have to calculate for company A because we already calculated for this when the learners are 60 because we know that when the learners are 60, there is
Mm,
9,000. Okay? So
yes, ma'am.
now what now is to revert back for company B. Remember, for company B doesn't charge per children. It charges per kilometer. So it's 40 rands per kilometers. So you cannot say 60 multiplied by 40 because they won't be traveling for 60 kilometers. You get it. So you're gonna go back here. It says the total distance of their return trip. That means ukuya nokubuya is going to be
Mm,
equal 100 kilometers. Yeah, so now you
yes,
won't have
ma'am.
say 200 times 2. But if they say the traveling trip, ukuya, it's 200 rand. I mean, 200, sorry, 200 kilometers. Then you're going to say 200 plus 200. No, because it's the first 200 is for going to the trip, and then the second 200 is coming back. But ngoba now, but the 200 is for both ukuya and ukubuya. So that means you're going to take the 200 kilometers and multiply it with 40 rands because each and every kilometer is 40 rands. You get
Yes,
it?
ma'am.
Yes. So for B, we take nose of the and then for company B of the national, right? And how much is it for 40 months?
Um,
Yeah.
gonna be 40 times
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
400, ne?
Mm.
400, ma'am,
Yes. No,
which gives us
kilo,
16,000
200 kilometers.
kilometers.
When they say it's a return trip, it means ukuya nokubuya, ne? So
Uh,
you don't.
yes, ma'am.
So you're just gonna say 2 multiplied by 40 rand. And how much do you get? Do you get 8,000?
I think You say
Mm-hmm.
ma'am must multiply 200 or 400.
200 kilos multiplied by
Yeah,
40.
by 40.
Mm.
No, ma'am, I don't get 800. I think there's something I'm doing wrong.
But why do you think we
I,
have to come with a 200? Why do you think we multiply the 40 with 200?
oh, yes, I finally got it, ma'am.
Um,
8,000.
yes, I'm asking why do you state it like this? Why the 200 with a 40?
I think I added, I thought we were supposed to add 400. I said 400 by mistake. This whole time I wrote 400. That's why I got a different answer to
Okay,
8,000.
I hear you and you got the correct answer. I just want to understand from you, why do we have to calculate it like this? Why do we have to say 200 multiplied by 40?
Because of the formula.
Which formula?
It's asking, we are supposed to use what we were given for company B and then use the amount of kilometers, like the total distance,
Mm,
in order to get our answer.
okay, cool, no problem. And why is it that we don't say 400 kilometers multiplied by 40 rands?
Because the total distance, it says 200. Because you said it's for the return
Mm.
and when we come back, so it covers the both distance basically, which is 200, so that we don't really necessarily have to
Eh,
double the amount.
Absolutely right, Inako. And that's exactly what I wanted you to tell me, and you just did that. Okay, do you have any question for me?
No, ma'am.
Okay, are you still going to school or are you on a break?
It's holidays
Okay, for
now,
two,
ma'am.
is it for 2 weeks or just a week?
Just a week, because we're gonna open on the 8th of April.
Next week. Oh, that's good. Okay, cool. You must enjoy your week. And recess or the break does not necessarily mean that you should stop. Oh no. Okay. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to. Oh, cool. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to stop studying and everything. It's just to give you a break from going school. So you should at least try to stay intact with your books so that you can get used to questions, how questions are asked, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
from me, Nako, I'll see you next time when we meet. Bye.
Okay, bye, ma'am.